Hi everyone. In this video, we'll quickly look into a game which was played between two grandmasters. We have Orozan Akobian and Alexander Nord. This is a very quiet game and very instructive game. This game will teach you, if you get a little advantage of one pawn or something, how to move forward and how can you convert that little advantage into a completely winning position. Okay, so Varuzan Akobian have white pieces, and as usual, as he is a d4 player, so continue the game with the move d4. Black replied knight f6. 4. So black is trying to play the Nimzo Indian defense, and white is discouraging that by avoiding the move knight c3. By they are avoiding the move knight c3 by playing the move knight f d6. So going for the queen's Indian defense, and Horizon Akobian played a3 to take control of the b4 square. So bishop cannot come there to give check or to pin the knight. Bishop b7 taking care of the e4 square. Knight c3, bishop e7, and bishop f4. Castle, and now e3 is the most played move here, but Horizon Akobian played rook c1. Black played a move which is slight inaccuracy here. They try to open up the center by striking towards the center, but this is have a tiny downside. So let's see. They played a move d5, which is not so good. Varuzan Akobian, without wasting any time, captured the pawn on d5. Knight takes again. Accuracy could have been taken by the pawn, but they decided to take with the knight. Take back, queen takes, and now rook takes on c7, winning an extra pawn. Only because of this pawn, Akobian converted the position into a win. Now, bishop is under attack here. So the move is pretty much forced. That is f6, e3, bishop a6. Trying to trade the light square bishop so that queen can move away. As queen is tied up defending the bishop. And now, not taking the bishop directly, but playing bishop. Let's go a little back. If this bishop takes here, then knight will take it and develop the knight with a tempo, attacking the rook. Okay, to take care of this, Akobian played bishop e. So if they take, we'll take back. So they take, queen takes. Now queen a5 check, knight g2, and now knight a6, developing the knight out. Rook comes back. So this rook was a very brave soldier, gone to the territory of the opponent, managed to win a pawn there, and come back safe. Rook a to c8, trying to fight for the open file, and white castle. b5, taking control of the c4 square so that this knight cannot jump. And now here it is pretty much easy for Akobian. They just have to trade all the pieces, and that one extra pawn will give them an edge. Now, how to continue? Trading the pieces is the motto, but how to do that? We cannot do it. We cannot do anything. For example, we cannot place our bishop here to trade, because if they capture, we have to capture it with a pawn, and these double pawns are weak. So these 4 pawns are good enough to take control of these 4 pawns. They will not help us. On the other hand, if this rook takes this rook, then they will take back, and after this there is a slight problem. What is that problem? This rook will be taking care of the open file and being active, and another rook is very passive. So comparatively, if we look at the position right now, it is quite equal. But if we trade over here, then position will favor black because they will be having the rook which is taking care of the open file. Okay, so continue. Akobian found a very interesting move, and that move is knight e4, attacking the bishop there. Bishop goes back, and now remember we just have to trade. So trading the bishop, forcing them to trade the bishop, they take, Akobian takes back. Now rook has to move because it is under attack by the knight. So rook takes and rook takes. Now we are controlling the open file. They played the move b4. How should we continue? Akobian played queen to b5. Idea is very clear. We just have to trade the pieces. They capture. They don't have any other option. Black don't have any other option to do. If they move anywhere else, then this is weak. Knight will get captured. So they capture the queen, and knight capture the queen. Now he takes on a3. Now we have a choice. What to do? Should we take it with the knight or with the pawn? If you take it with the knight, then this attack will be diluted. So what we have to do here? So take with the pawn is the best option, because by this we are also taking care of this square where this knight cannot jump in. Rook to a8, because this pawn is under attack, so have to defend it. Defend it, but is it really defended? We have to think of this. The best move in this position is rook to c6, attacking the knight. But Varuzhan Akobian played a easy move, and that is knight takes on. They cannot take the knight back, because if they try to do so, this will be a checkmate. Back rank issue. So they get rid of back rank issue by playing the move g4, and now they are threatening to capture the white knight. So to defend that, what has to be done? Just trade the pieces, right? They capture, you capture. Now we have one extra, sorry, now we have two extra pawns, one passer and an active knight. Now we have to activate our king. They bring the king here, we bring the king. They come closer. First we give check, trying to bring our knight to the center. They come closer to the knight. Knight come to the safe spot. And now knight c7. King e2, f6. And now stopping the knight from coming in by playing the move e4. So taking control of the center as well. Knight b5, attacking the pawn, defending with the king. h5, a4, pushing the knight back. Knight c5 and a5. 34 moves have been played, and white pawn is 3 steps behind from promotion. Knight a6, stopping the pawn from advancing, also planning to give check from b4. White played the move. If they capture, then we'll capture with the white pawn, and then we'll be having another passer. So they can't really capture. They played the move e5, avoiding the plan to capture. f3, just a quiet move to see where the king is going. King goes here, and now important move. King has to come in from this side, and this is being covered by the knight. So this has to be moved. So moving this knight from here. Check, goes here, and king comes close. h4. Now have to go closer to the knight, but before that have to control the d6 square. How to do that? Check, King comes closer, knight comes to a7, king d7, and now knight b5. So now this square is controlled. Knight b8, king c5, knight a6, and in this position, white played a move back present. The move is king b6. So quite easy, right? Why they resent? Because now they have to move their knight somewhere, let's say here, and they push. They have to take it, otherwise they won't be able to stop the queen. So they take, and we take back. We have one extra pawn. So white have one extra pawn and an extra knight. Is enough to win the game. Okay, so this is how you should also be playing. Simple game. If you get a little advantage, just try to convert it into a proper winning. This is it for today. Wish you all the very best with your chess, and bye for now.